Hello, hello, hello. Yesterday we bought some Gene Stealers from the hive. We've lost some people.
I align my
level
path with
up.
yours. For now.
Again, we're leveling like... Oof. This attack reduces the target's armor and dodge by 10% until end of assassin's turn. Do not have the assassin in their line of sight suffer an unsuspecting effect. Chance to be hit and critically hit by assassin is increased by 7%. They will all see my guy. One direct damage to the same target. Oh! Direct damage. What is direct damage? Cannot be reduced by the target's permanent or parameters or bonuses. Slowed, elusive speed. At the start of the turn they gain 4 MP and 10 lethality. That is equal to dodge or dodge reduction, whichever is higher. Squeeze. Skie. Each successful dodge grants the assassin 9% damage for the next successful attack. You what? Whenever the assassin has no more than one adjacent enemy, any enemy that moves into a cell adjacent to the assassin must pass an agility test. Or fall prone if possible and become immobilized until the start of the enemy's next turn. What? So they won't be able to pile in. Killing spree. Killing spree it is. Oh my gosh. If there are no enemies in the backline area, the first attack in this turn, made by every ally in that area, costs -1 AP. The grand strategist gain 1 random unknown stratagem and can use it until the end of combat for 0 AP. Yes, please. Have bloody mess. Whenever an enemy suffering from any of the executioner's damage over time effect dodges the executioner's attack, all damage over time effects currently inflicted on that enemy now deal an additional 10% damage it stacks. Oh, it's quite cool. Reduces the inflicted enemy's armor by 13% until the end of combat. This effect can be inflicted on multiple enemies per round, but only once per enemy. The first instance of damage dealt by the executioner damage over time. Scourging strikes. Damn, this music. Whoa. I think I will take this. Whenever an enemy suffering from any of the executioner's damage over time effects dodges the executioner's attack, all damage over time effects currently inflicted on that enemy now deal additional 10%. And I will pick it because everyone is dodging her. Stuff. If I would take those skills with versatility, those talents, I would have to use my... Every turn I would have to switch between Flamer and the melter gun and the bolter. Ray attacks deals damage to all creatures in its area of effect. Bursts are not considered area attacks. That's what I thought. Dodge of all enemies hit by minus 8% until the end of the combat. 15% damage to targets that have priority target, regardless of whether that target is the Archmilitant or someone else. Heavy Gunner. The Archmilitant heavy weapon attacks cost -1 action point. Is this a heavy weapon? Light weapon. Oh, this is not a heavy bolter. Huh. 3% armor penetration with chain and power weapons. Flame weapon expert, grenadier, last weapon, melee power, promethium. Damn it. For real. 5+ number of versatility stacks, percent bonus to critical damage. Whenever the Archmilitant uses an attack that is of a different type from the previous attack, Archmilitant gains a stack of versatility. Valid attacks types are single shot, melee attack, single target or burst, area melee, area ranged, or ranged burst. Has 4 or more stacks of versatility, the Archmilitant deals an additional 10 plus bonus weapon. Okay. I will go with those. Oh, I thought I have to switch weapons. Damn, at the start of the Vanguard's turn, before the temporary wounds are lost, the Vanguard gains a number of temporary wounds strength for 1 round. And punish the impudent. Whenever an enemy that considers the Vanguard a priority target enters a cell adjacent to the Vanguard, that enemy provokes an attack of opportunity. Yes, please. Whenever the Cyber Mastiff hits the apprehended enemy or an enemy adjacent to the protected ally, it gains 1 to its key characteristics. Suppression factor. Enemies in a 3-cell radius around the familiar suffers 5 penalty to characteristic considered to be familiar's key characteristic. Yep. Yep. Okay.
The dead know nothing, and neither do the
Intriguing.
So, we killed them all. We don't have to talk with them. Well, I think I'm ready to go. Anything to pick up? Nope. Operations Lair. Pillars of Viridice. Mutants are hiding on an ill-reputed trading outpost. Heriox Ream. And it's... It was a first act mission. That was dumb. Odenatus 11. Odenatus 11. Where is this Odenatus 11? And who will interrupt me again? Let's check this one. Begin scanning. Blast you. You can take it. We can take it. Do I have any contracts? Nope. In a region of nameless stars lies a doomed world owned by Caligula's Winterscale, one that is trapped in the agony of centuries-long war. The Rogue Trader's crew stumbled upon the plundered remnants of an ancient Imperial vessel. An intricate component was discovered among the mager pickings that remained, and servants of the machine cult identified it as a piece of an archaeotech mechanism with purpose unknown, a remarkable find. Show me completed quests. All rumors. Have I completed anything? No. Casbelika's ship that is searching for burning worlds, and any scraps of information on the same has indicated in which region it can be found in the near future. Yeah. You can see that. Okay. Nameless Star. Forgotten Twins. Oh, I have 10. Nice. And there is Mundus Nilos. So I can travel in here. No, I cannot. Oh, I can do it. This is deadly, 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 deadly do. Yeah, there is Pillars of Veredita. This is with the Genstealer people. Mundus Valancius. This is Odenatus 11. What? Winterscale Realms. Jeez, this map is big. What do I have to do to clear this zone? To Nebris Kranak. Oh yeah. Calamity on Industrial World. Where should I go next? Probably in here. Or maybe Mundus Nilus. Let's travel. A warp breach, ungodly fiends spreading sorcerer's disease walk the lower decks, gathering a cohort of infected voidsmen. If no measures pressed by holy gift, the Imperial loyal servants will battle his enemies without any fear or doubt. Ooh. Of infected voidsmen. If no measures are taken immediately, an entire bay could be turned into a den of heresy. The crew will receive military gear and a chance to prove their worth by dispatching the Lord Captain's enemies. Shit. I cannot save. Let's do this. The victory over the Rogue Trader's enemies came at high price. Still, the decks have been cleansed of warp spawn, albeit it took the blood of hundreds of voidsmen to wash away any evidence of their presence. But You made it. Some worlds. Some new worlds. Oh! Another fragment. Unknown mechanism. Except... unknown mechanism. Is it rumors? Bit by bit. Once again came across the plundered vessel containing the ancient machines. This time tech priests greedily inspected everything down to the last cog. But all they were able to scavenge was another fragment of the archaeotech mechanism. Perhaps somewhere in the expanse there are more ships like this one. Maybe. Nothing. 50 XP. Prometheum. I have 2 more extracting. Phlogiston. Begin the scan and it will give me a plasteel. I don't need more of this. 14 plasteel. Contracts favor -4. This will give me 2. Come on. Again, Lord Captain, the Lex Mechanics assigned to the Astropathic Chapel are reporting a significant drop in our communication potential. This may be a consequence of the telepathic ritual in which your lordship deigned to participate. The enforcers reported that the choirmaster asked for audience with the Lord Captain and has since locked himself in the chapel, refusing to let anyone in. As brazen as the audience request may seem, I cannot shake the feeling that it is a cry for help. And the Master at Arms reports a disturbance in the Foundry Bay. A certain Nemesite, an avenging figure beloved by lower deck rabble, shot the commandant during a routine medical supply delivery and called on the vessel's serfs to fight for a better life. The rabble immediately plundered the medical storehouse and proceeded to smash other supply stations, slaughtering officers as the way went. Nemesite has escaped, and the situation on the deck is increasingly spinning out of control. The Master at Arms asks permission to employ the harshest possible treatment, not simply to restore order, but to avenge the dead commandant as well as the fallen enforcers. Learn more about Nemesite. The Master at Arms reports that this is the 4th Nemesite to operate on the lower decks over the past few years. The previous 3 were captured by enforcers, and each openly identified themselves as Nemesite. The public execution evidently have no effect. People continue to rely around their hero as soon as one emerges and always believe in the invulnerability of their champion. The seneschal points out that all Nemesites act in the same fashion. Whenever the rabble is feeling oppressed, they step forward, serving as the spark that ignites the fires of sedition. They target the officers most hated by the workers for their strictness and adherence to order, with every murder bringing cheers from the commoners. The Voxmaster shares the rumors about Nemesite that abound on the lower decks. Some say he arises from the blood of oppressed laborers, some that he is the vessel's spirit of justice. Others still believe he is an immortal hero. Such veneration makes it very difficult to capture the Riffraff's champion. In light of the discovery of a Gin-Stealer cult cell on the ship, Heinrich von Kellogg's recommends paying special attention to the Nemesite story. The interrogator suspects that an escaped mutant is behind the incident to revolt. It is too similar to one of the tactics employed by these enemies of humanity. Information about the Foundry Bay. It is a place of unbearable heat and poisoned air, where scrap metal is melted down into plates that are later used to repair and refit the hull. There are no critical facilities here, and the bay is fairly easy to isolate. This opens up opportunities for quelling unrest with no casualties among the enforcers. Comfort the exhausted people by giving them medicine and supply. Sow division among the rabble. Whoever gives up Nemesite will be moved to the middle decks and paid a year's allowance. I will bring the comfort to people. The unrest has subsided. While the serfs praise the rogue trader's generosity, the enforcers gloomily predict that the rabble will simply shed blood even more quickly and willingly the next time they find themselves lacking for something. It is true. Servitors, emergency servitors assigned to the storage base have gone berserk and are attacking Voidsmen. Survivors are claiming to have seen more pernicious warp beasts possessing one of the automatons. It must be expelled one way or another. Let's make this. Let's do this. We'll go for him. And I have to level him up. Oh god. How much? Three levels. Oh shit. Bounty Hunter scores a critical hit, they gain 3% armor penetration. Okay, whenever an enemy is killed by a critical hit scored by the Bounty Hunter or the ally, the Bounty Hunter gains 2 times enemy's difficulty tier damage for 2 rounds. Critical hit, the target's armor is reduced. Share the spoils. More logic.